Hello there, Internet, and welcome back to this Let's Play of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Let's jump straight back into it. So there's kind of two major things I want to do right now. I want to beat the final boss. If you didn't see the final boss in the last episode, quickly go back and have a look at that, because that was absolutely amazing. It's one of the most fun runs in a long time here. So I want to deal with him again. Or it again. And I also at some point want to play some hard mode. Because it turns out now there's no difference between normal mode and hard mode in the sense that, I mean, you can play hard mode and still unlock the same things. That was a problem to begin with, but that has been fixed. So actually, why don't we try out hard mode with Isaac? Because Isaac has become more powerful as he now carries a new item. The item that we have is the D6, which we can use to re-roll items that we don't like. So for instance, this is my little unicorn. That's a nice enough item, but it's not better than the D6. So let's just re-roll this and we get something that I don't know what is. 2020 double shot. Okay, doubles our shots. That seems extremely good. So the way that hard mode works, as far as I've been able to tell from various players' streams, is that we get fewer drops. So that means less keys, less bombs, which means in turn fewer item rooms, so things can really spiral downwards very quickly. There's a Tinder rock up here. It also means that there will be more champions. I should not have picked up that soul heart yet. More champions, of course, means that the game is more difficult, but normally you actually don't mind seeing champions so much because champions drop stuff, like consumables, but on hard mode they don't. You also get more curses, so I don't think we have a curse on this floor. But yeah, and you also get like new unlocks. There's a good reason to actually play hard mode. I also at some point want to play the boss rush, the thing that you get if you beat Mom in less than 20 minutes. Because you also need to do that to unlock everything. So I should do that at some point. I'm just way too slow in the way I play the game. I like to min-max. Sure, I guess I'll take the black heart. At this point I screwed up anyway. I guess I could also go look for a secret room. Let's just do that. I think there's a good chance it's right here, so... It's not. Okay, fair enough. So, yeah. In the original, as soon as you had unlocked the D6, Isaac would be by far the best character. Because as long as you know what all the items do, and then you can make some very qualified... what do you want to call them? Decisions. That's what they're called. I'm trying to concentrate way too hard on these gurglings. Some very qualified decisions about which items to actually take and which to reroll. So that you can essentially get as good items as you want. More or less. You're less constrained by the game. This is experimental treatment. Okay. So our tiers just went down. I think our damage went up a little bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, our damage went up. And everything else seems pretty bad. If this is an all stats up, how come we only have like the minimal stats plus 3 bars at the moment? That seems a little weird. We're also a little bit slow now. Not a very big fan of that, but I do like having good damage. I just do think that our damage was good already, so yeah. There's a tinted rock that I'll come back to. Maybe it wasn't a good idea actually to use that bomb to look for the secret room now that we're playing on hard mode, because that's a bomb that I could potentially use to get a key, which in turn I then could potentially use to get an item room that otherwise I might not be getting. So if that turns out to be how this is going to go down, then that will probably have been a very poor decision. Let's see though, I really like this double shot thing, it seems really cool. Hopefully I'll be able to also use the D6 charge that I just got. So we certainly have a lot of champions in this room, and I am going to get screwed by the AI. I'm not actually. I remember when I was a kid, there was this mini game, shit, on Windows where you'd play a mouse and you had to avoid a cat or something like that. This room felt a bit like that. So that was some silly damage. I took a full heart of damage there actually, which is bad. So I'm probably gonna go to the boss room immediately because I do have a little bit of my soul heart back. So I want to avoid taking soul heart damage or red heart damage on the floor. And the way I'm gonna do that is by fighting the boss immediately. So what I'm trying to say is that I want to avoid taking soul heart damage, red heart damage, after I kill the boss, because that's gonna give us a better chance at a devil room. So 2 monsters actually fairly tricky, particularly when they're completely out of sync like right now. But at least it seems like they have less health, so that's useful. Another reason I want to fight the boss immediately is that now I have my D6 charged. Maybe I want... So caffeine pill is tears up, speed up, and size down, or something like that. Let's go in here first. So I can reroll these as well if I want to. Question is, do I? I'm not even sure what the one on the left does. No, none of these are fantastic though. So let's reroll them. Right. I now regret that I didn't pick up 9 lives, because then I could have taken this. I'm gonna take go ahead because that gives us more devil rooms, and I don't need to worry as much about that. I guess it makes sense to take up his color as well, because I mean, yeah, it does. The thing is, if I die with... Let's just take this. I'm probably not going to get another reroll. The thing about Guppy's color is if you die, you have a 50% chance of respawning. Oh, wow. I totally forgot that I had this. I could have probably used that for something, whatever. Yeah, there's a 50% chance that you're going to resurrect with 1 health. Which in itself is not very good. But then after you die, there's another 50% chance that you're gonna resurrect yourself the next time around. So on average, you're gonna get half a red heart out of it, right? Except it's kind of an annoying red heart because you have to do the room that you die in over again. And it's not actually half a heart on average because, I mean, it stacks, right? So I guess if you could die an infinite amount of times, it would be closer to getting a full heart, even though that doesn't quite make sense. I'm a little hesitant about what to do here. I can see forever it could actually be really good. Maybe that will show us a place where we can find a key. No keys in here. I could also re-roll the stuff in the shop. That's also good. How do I want to do this? I really want a key so I can go into my item room. I guess I could blow this thing up. That's probably gonna be my last resort. Also, there's this tinted rock down here. Let's do this room, even though it means that we have to deal with 2 bosses, including the one that I just said was annoying. Just because the chance for a key right now would be very useful. We have a full charge on our D6, and we have an item room just waiting for us. So, and our damage is pretty good, it seems. I'm glad that they don't actually damage you on spawn as they did in the original. So fairly simple boss challenge room. So we can't actually use this money for anything on this shop. I was thinking that maybe we could actually somehow get a key in there. So I guess I will have to... What else can I do? Okay, let's blow this up first, and then I'll put some money into the slot machine. That's of course not very useful at all. Okay, so next up is the slot machine. That could also give us a key. And last resort is gonna be the curse room, which could also contain a key, I think. It could. I'm not sure how this works in hard mode. Actually, it might be more difficult to get stuff out of slot machines. I also have a little bit of health lying around, so if I really wanted, I could get some more money. I really want to get in here so badly. Okay, let's do this. And that's not a key at all. Oh, that could almost have killed me. Why do I have a full red heart at the moment? Oh, because I didn't go out yet. This game is difficult. I actually can't get that health. There's something in the boss challenge room as well. Yeah. I'm gonna have to min-max a little bit here. It's gonna take a while, which is annoying. Let's put that in here. Could also give us another blood bag. Or not another blood bag, but it could give us 1 blood bag, which would be very good. Just getting a bomb out of this thing would also be useful, because then I would just blow it up immediately. What do we have up here? Yeah, bomb for a bomb. Oh, wrong way. So this is not gonna be the run where I get the boss rush. But we need to play some hard mode, get used to how it actually works. So I'm a little surprised at this point actually how differently you need to think, just because the way the resources work is changed around a little bit. Means that I need to be more careful about how I use resources. Anything? No. Okay. Could also bomb the donation machine in the money, or the donation machine in the shop, but I'm not going to. That's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not sure why I popped the D6 right there. That was that happens every once in a while, that I just push the space bar by mistake. Hopefully, it's not gonna make a big difference. Until we get a key, it certainly won't. I can't even do anything in there. But yeah, I'm surprised how differently this game actually works when you can like just assume that you're gonna have the consumables that you're normally gonna have. Also now, of course, I need to be super cautious because I only have one heart, so everything could kill me essentially. Champions tend to deal a full heart of damage to you when they touch you, so that might kill us. That's a little bit of safety right there. Extremely happy to get that. Also, everything that explodes deals one full heart damage. So my tears are very bad. That's a little unfortunate as a result of experimental treatment. Otherwise, we would be very much set for as far as damage is concerned. Okay, that was very bad damage to take, and that was even worse damage. So now this grandfather fly will kill me if he hits me. So let's try not to make that happen. Okay, so the same thing goes in here, but this should be a fairly easy room. They always shoot in a diagonal pattern. Of course, I don't actually know what happens to the champions when they explode. So hopefully they don't explode in my face or something like that. That works. In here we have the miter. That's a fantastic item. The miter means we have a much better chance of getting soul hearts randomly. And it looks like at this point that soul hearts is really what we want to be going for. This room could be very tricky, simply because these guys have a lot of health, so you need to spend more time killing them. Thankfully, their patterns, their shot patterns, are fairly simple. If you just stand still, you're not going to get hit, except if they charge you, which one of them just did right there. Also, if you just stand still there, then they're likely to actually dodge your shots. Their AI seems pretty good. So I have my D6 charged, but I have nothing to use it for at the moment. But it can be super powerful, that item. It used to be a 3 or a 4 room charge. 3 actually, I think. Which meant that it was totally overpowered, and if you were good enough at the game, you didn't actually want to get rid of it ever. Which is of course a little bit silly. The shop I have nothing to do in. I would really prefer to have some more health before I go into the boss fight. So let's check out a little bit more of the floor. Hopefully the miter will give us a soul heart eventually, and then we can go in and make use of that on the boss fight. Could also mean that now that we're playing hard mode, maybe there's less of a point to actually explore everything, because you're not going to get as many consumables. And normally that's the reason why you want to explore in the first place. So is there any place where I can use this bomb to get something? I can get 4 cents, but that doesn't really seem useful. So I'll have to just not take damage on the boss. So that's gonna be fun. The run could very well end right here. That would be unfortunate. But Pestilence, even though he's more difficult now, I think, than in the original, I don't think that he's too bad. Okay. So one shot away from death. I was actually happy to see White Pestilence, because he doesn't throw bombs, and the bombs are probably the most difficult thing to avoid. But then it turns out that he spawns all these spiders, and spiders are totally overpowered in this game. Everything that's random is completely overpowered in this game. In particular because they can just like jump across half the room, and then you die. So that's no fun. Should watch out for his hexagonal shot pattern there. So I'm not gonna say that this is over before it's over, because one random spider can kill me immediately. Okay, so we respawn. I have a little bit of health lying around on the floor, so I should go pick that up. Hard mode is hard, it turns out. So I wonder if it's gonna be the wide version again. I guess it is. So now at least his spider should not surprise me as much. And if I can just stand down here, seems like he's more inclined to actually shoot at me. And I'm gonna much prefer that over the other stuff that he does because it's a lot easier, in particular when he gets stuck in the wall. Seems to simplify matters quite a bit. So this is so far going better than the last time. Good thing that we have the goat head, because that means that we're gonna go into the boss room no matter what. I think we can actually reroll the cube of meat if we wanted to, because it's rebirth. We wouldn't be able to in the original. Okay, this is a problem. So I guess I hope that I'm gonna get lump of coal if I even survive this fight, just because I would much rather not get rid of the D6. It's because this is the first time that we're actually playing with a D6, so I want to make some good use out of it. I will probably take the cube of meat though. The cube of meat is pretty good. It's defense, but there are so many other items that could also be good. I mean, I could also just die right here, so that would of course simplify everything quite a bit. Okay, fair enough. Do I want to take the chance at another fight with Krampus? No. But I do like Magic Mushroom. That, okay, I was gonna go back for some health. That makes me more inclined to go into the Krampus boss fight, actually. But I'm probably not. Yeah. So best... Yeah, Cube of Meat is nice. Or, sorry, Lump of Coal is nice, and we really need some damage. Let's try it out. I should be able to beat Krampus. And now I also have more damage, and I'm faster, and everything's better. I have the same amount of health as before, but let's try not to lose it as fast. Oh, that was so bad. The double, or the 20-20 thing actually confuses me a little bit, I think, aim-wise. It might also just be because my shot speed is so low. I find it a lot more difficult to aim diagonally than I normally do, but we do get the lump of coal, which is exactly what I wanted. I think it means that the longer the shots travel, the more damage they do. Is there anything else I want on this floor? I don't think so. So so far, so mediocre. It's not going fantastic, but we're still in this. I was pretty sure we were gonna be dead when we came to the last or the previous boss fight. Or in particular when we saw Krampus, but it looks like that indeed Gobby's color works. I guess I'm gonna use a single centigrade here because there could be some health lying around, but there's not. 2 bombs for chests. That's not a very good deal. There's a single bomb for what's probably a soul heart. That is a very good deal. Okay. Okay, and that's also a way to do it. That took me by surprise, but it shouldn't have, because of course champions deal 1 full heart damage, so I should have been a lot more careful right there. So hard mode is hard. Maybe I'm not gonna do that again before I know how this game works. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this episode here, because otherwise it's gonna be 2 hours long. So for now, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.